Krampus Night. There are many traditions and beliefs that we celebrate that have dark origins. These dark origins oftentimes come from Europe's pagan past, and some of these traditions have survived until modern time. Krampus. Christmas is a celebrated time for peoples and nations all over the world. It's a time where people think of the birth of Jesus and Santa Claus bringing presents. However, Christmas did not originate with a Christian origin. Christmas shares a similar date with the older pagan tradition festival of the winter solstice. The winter solstice is the longest night of the year. The winter solstice falls between December 21st or December 22nd in the northern hemisphere. Ancient pre-Christian European peoples have celebrated the winter solstice as an important celebration in pagan ritual. Pagan Germanic peoples, from which Krampus arises from, celebrated Yule. Yule is associated with the wild hunt, where a group of ghostly figures led oftentimes by Odin participated in a grand hunt. To witness the wild hunt, it was seen as an evil omen of war or plague. Some tellings have people's souls being whisked away by the wild hunt and being lost to the underworld or the fairy kingdom. Yule and the Yule festival was a primary Old Norse tradition to celebrate the Old Norse gods and sacrifice animals and sprinkle the blood of animals on the idols and men. The meat of the sacrificed animal were boiled and served in a grand banquet for the participants. It is widely believed by historians and scholars alike that a compromise between Christian movements in the pagan lands to celebrate the birth of Jesus instead of the winter solstice festivals such as Yule. This Christianization of the winter solstice compromise led to more and more pagan beliefs becoming Christianized. One such tradition that finds its origins in pre-Christian Europe is Krampus. Krampus is believed to have originated in pagan Bavaria and the Austrian Alps. Traditional records of Krampus date back as far as the 6th and 7th centuries AD. Krampus is depicted in different ways in the different cultures that recognized Krampus. Despite Krampus being a range of appearances, most common depiction of Krampus is of a large hairy man. Krampus's fur was often depicted as either black or brown. Krampus had hooved legs like a goat and a goat's horns upon his head. He also had a pointed tongue and fanged teeth. Due to Krampus's depiction looking like the devil, the Dollforce regime in Austria banned Krampus around 1932, but due to his popularity he was never fully banned. Despite Krampus's looking like the devil, Krampus is fully Catholicized in Germanic and Austrian folklore, well before the modern era. Krampus's folklore, by 1932, had already become well integrated in Christian Germanic myth by the late classical to the early medieval periods. It was believed that Krampus would come during Krampusnacht, or Krampus Night. Krampus Night would occur on the evening before December 5th and accompanied by St. Nicholas to visit the homes of children. St. Nicholas would then reward good children with gifts, while Krampus punished the bad and wicked children. The way Krampus punished bad children differentiated between the traditional piece of coal to the much worse punishments. Krampus would carry chains around his body to symbolize his binding to the devil. Krampus would also carry with him a root, which is a bundle of birch branches that he would carry to whip bad children. Birching was a severe punishment often used as a corporal punishment, and other depictions of Krampus replaced his birch root with a whip that he would whip bad children. The last punishment of Krampus was his basket or sack he carried on his back. Much like how Santa Claus carries a bag of toys on his back, Krampus carries a bag on his back. With his bag, he would carry evil children away in the bag to drown them, eat them, or transport the evil children to hell. With St. Nicholas's evil helper, children would either receive a gift or be stored in Krampus's bag, never to be seen again. With Krampus being such a scary figure in a fully Christianized pagan tradition, much like how Halloween is, people would wear masks of Krampus. This pagan tradition of wearing masks was known as Percherlaufen. Percherlaufen was a procession of people wearing Krampus masks and costumes that paraded through their towns. The practice of Percherlaufen had been banned by the Catholic Church, but due to the remote places of origin of Krampus, such as the Austrian Alps, enforcing that ban was all but impossible to outright ignored, due to the sheer popularity of the procession. The Catholic Church eventually backed away from the ban. On Perchenlof, it was not uncommon for men to get drunk and scare children by wearing Krampus outfits and chase children down the streets. This tradition is known as Krampuslauf, or Krampus Run, and is a tradition still celebrated today. Krampus is a strange mixing of Germanic and Norse pagan beliefs intertwining with the rapid Christianization of late antiquity Europe. It is interesting to see how a clearly pagan tradition has survived to this modern day, and how reconciling pagan and Christian beliefs have led to the many holidays that we celebrate today. Was Jesus born on Christmas? Is Krampus a remnant of pagan tradition, or has he grown beyond his pagan origins? Is Krampus still around today? Is Christmas a pagan holiday, or has it turned into something more? Let me know in the comment section below, and for more Supernatural History TV, like and subscribe.